As a former coach and current teacher, I know that sports teach our kids so much more than how to play the game. And they did the same thing for me when I was a kid. While playing sports, I learned the importance of teamwork. I learned what it looks like to be a good loser and a good winner. And I found out about the connection between hard work and feeling pride in what you accomplish, regardless of the score. These lessons have stayed with me long after I left the fields. If you have young children in your life, you don't need to wait for them to get out to the diamonds, rinks, or courts to start learning some of those important lessons. Sideline Monsters Baseball Edition, a new book by Emily Harder, follows a young baseballer as they discover how to stay focused, brave, and joyful, even when the monsters get noisy. The sideline monsters in the story clap too loudly, shout too many instructions, or make funny faces when the game gets close. They don't mean any harm, but they sure can make things confusing. The book is perfect for children ages 4 through 8, but there are plenty of lessons in the story for parents, coaches, and anyone else who is a fan of youth sports. The monsters in the book are silly, the story is empowering, and the ending reminds us all that the game is supposed to be fun. Sideline Monsters Baseball Edition is available wherever you get your books in hardcover, paperback, or digital. And now, on with the show. This is Lessons We Forgot, and this episode is called Acoustic Music. When trying to make our lives more enjoyable, we often think about what we can add to it. If only I could have I really need a new, life would be so much easier if I could just get. And this might be true in certain situations, but sometimes taking things away is the simpler and better path to happiness. Have you ever listened to an acoustic version of a song you know really well? It almost forces you to listen to the lyrics and to the emotion in the singer's voice. By taking away all of the flash and lowering the production value, we are left with nothing but the heart of the song. We can really hear the joy, pain, or pathos the writer and performer are trying to get across to us. Taking away the rhythmic beat of the drums leaves room for the singer to really feel their way through the song, and a really good vocalist can bring us along for the ride. Swapping out the screaming electric guitar for its more gentle cousin can add melody to the song without adding noise. Even if it leaves half the band sitting around with nothing to do, these stripped-down versions of our favorite songs can bring us back to when we first fell in love with them. We can think of our lives the same way. If we can strip away everything that doesn't really matter, we can get back to our true selves. So, instead of thinking about what else we need to be happier, what if we focus on what we don't need and get rid of that? Are there things in our lives that are getting in the way of our happiness? If we look closely, I bet there are. Then, can we shift our focus in life to what really matters? We run ourselves ragged sometimes, trying to be the best, do the most, and attain the highest level. In the end, that might not be what actually makes us happy. In fact, it might be the thing that's getting in the way of our happiness. I think our classes will be just fine if we don't grade every single assignment. I don't think most of our students would even notice. Our students who are playing on sports teams, who perform in the band or orchestra, or who act and sing in the drama department, probably won't quit doing what they're doing if you don't show up to watch every single thing they do. I'm sure they appreciate the effort when you do, but they're probably not doing it for you. Our schools will still be here tomorrow, even if you aren't a part of every single committee or attend every meeting. Other people need to eventually step up too. There are a lot of things we do that keep us busy as teachers. However, those things are not necessarily the same things that bring us joy or satisfaction. Some of that is just noise. If we want to bring a little harmony to our lives, it is probably much more important to get rid of the noises and distractions that we don't need, as opposed to adding more. And the world can be a pretty noisy place, especially here at school. Maybe it's time to strip things down. Drop the bass line, silence the banging drums, turn off the laser lights and the smoke machines, and give an unplugged performance. Let your students and colleagues see your heart, not the flashy performance you've been giving recently. Remind yourself of whatever part of this job you fell in love with in the first place. It's time for your own melody to take center stage and to get back to your own true self.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Lessons We Forgot. I'm the host, Chris Winkle. You can contact me at lessonsweforgot@gmail.com, and you can follow the show or message Lessons We Forgot on Facebook. Either way, I'd love to hear from you and welcome you to our community. If you really enjoyed this episode, please consider sharing it with a friend. That is the best way to help grow the podcast. If you want to hear more Lessons We Forgot, I post new episodes on Sunday nights. Make sure you subscribe to follow the show on whatever podcast platform you use. And when you rate the show, like an episode, or leave a comment, we can reach even more listeners. If you hate ads just like me, I do have a Patreon site, patreon.com/lessonsweforgot, and for only $1 a month, you can get the show without ads. You can try that out right now for free to see if it's something you'd be interested in. Thanks again for your support.